let's just crack on with it. So, got this website here, CNET. They say watch every E3 video game trailer from Microsoft's conference, Bethesda's conference, and EA's conference. So, let's just go through. I'm not going to watch all of them because I'm not going to be interested in all of them. Case in point, Apex Legends. I played some Apex Legends, played it quite a bit for a few months with some friends, and then we just kind of stopped playing it. So I have no interest in a story reveal trailer. Are they now putting... I didn't know there was a story in Apex. Are they just making it up as they go along? Who knows? I've got no interest in seeing a reveal for a new hero. Baldur's Gate 3, never played or cared about Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. That said, I will watch a trailer for Baldur's Gate 3, just in case it features something new that interests me. But here's one thing I will say about trailers. If it's just a cartoon, I ain't interested. And by that I mean, if it's just fancy CGI and nothing else. It's a garbage trailer. It's just you're watching a cartoon. It doesn't tell you what the game is like. It doesn't show you what the game is like. It doesn't show you what the graphics are going to be like. It doesn't show you what the gameplay is going to be like. It's just like that, those Beyond Good and Evil trailers that they showed a few years ago, you know, with the chimp, the old English chimp, like, hey, I'm a chimp, I've got an English accent, ain't I? Whatever game that is, I think it's Beyond Good and Evil 2. I saw those trailers and I was like, it's a pretty cartoon, but what about the video game you're trying to sell? So, who knows? If this is just a CGI trailer, I'm going to be like, cool. So, here we go. I know nothing of Baldur's Gate. Right, so, will they show any gameplay? We shall see. Probably not. It is just an announcement trailer, so I think it's just going to be a cartoon that does nothing but maybe set the tone of the story, perhaps? Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good either. It's kind of fucked up. If that was happening to you, you'd be like, This is like quite nightmarish, honestly. He looked fine for a minute, and then he's like, I am a crazy beast. And now he's like some sort of Cthulhu man. He doesn't look anywhere near as grotesque and horrible as I thought he was turning into. I am a squid boy. Splatoon 3. Did nothing for me. I am sure, if you're already a fan of Baldur's Gate, that probably interests you. But nope, not for me. I'm not the target audience for that cartoon. So yeah, next, Blair Witch. Never gave a crap about the Blair Witch film because scary films aren't my bag. They just don't tend to scare me. When I'm watching a scary film, all I can just see is tropes. Like, when it goes really quiet, I'm just sat there waiting for the jump scare, because I'm like, oh, it's gone really quiet. Here comes the jump scare. Oh, there it is. Oh, spooky. Also, I don't believe in anything supernatural or anything like that, so it's hard for them to scare me with things like that. But I didn't know they were making a Blair Witch game. Let's check it out. Gotta give it a fair shake, if I'm even remotely interested in it. Let's have a look at Blair Witch official reveal trailer. Okay, that doesn't look like gameplay.
Oh, shit.
So far, it looks like basically every horror game ever made. Oh look, it's Outlast. It's Outlast mixed with Dead by Daylight. September 1996.
Went missing on Saturday. This afternoon, the authorities are organizing a search in the Black Hills Forest.
Okay, Bullet. Let's find this kid.
So is this based on the film, or is this just a Blair Witch story? I don't know, because it doesn't look based on the film. I'm pretty sure the film featured like 3. Oh no, red, scary. I'm pretty sure the film featured 3 people or 4, maybe. I don't know. Nah, this game isn't for me. I'm not really a fan of like dimly lit environments where you can hardly see what you're doing and jump scares. Put those two together and I'm just like, yawn. jump scare. They're like, loud noise, haha, we are scary.
Okay, Bullet. Let's find this kid.
Get it? Because we played a loud noise you weren't expecting. That counts as suspense. That counts as a thrill and a scare. No, it doesn't. It's just playing a loud sound that makes people jump. It's not scary. It just makes people jump. And you can see why I don't watch scary films, because they're not for me. Not my cup of tea, quite frankly. That game, not my cup of tea either. Won't be buying that. So, Bleeding Edge. I know nothing about this. Let's give it a look. I know nothing about it. Other than, I think it's an Xbox exclusive. So, even though I won't be getting it. Okay, so it's Borderlands, right? Combat action. Bit redundant, isn't it? 4 versus 4. Online melee. 4 versus 4, yep, we know. Oh, so it's a hero shooter, but with melee instead of guns. Kind of looks like, not in terms of graphics and stuff. Oh look, from the makers of games I've never played. I played one Devil May Cry. It kind of looks like, in tone, it's sort of like, well, it looks like Overwatch meets Borderlands. Was that guy's name... Hang on. Was that guy's name El Bastardo? Was that what that guy's name was? El Bastard. That's a pretty cool name. But no, that game's not for me. Look at his mustache. What is it made of? That game's not for me. As I went through this list, I was like, a surprisingly large number of these are not calling out to me. Okay, Borderlands 3. When I first played Borderlands 1, when I very first played it, did not care for it. I was like, this is really boring. Just a lot of running around, being bored. And then, so I put it down. And then a friend of mine got it, and he goes, hey boys, we should play this game, Borderlands. And I was like, I've got it. I said that we should have played it ages ago, but you didn't want to play it. And then we all played it together, and it became an amazing game when you play it 4-player co-op. I was like, oh, I get it now. That's how this game's supposed to be played. Played it, loved it. Played through Borderlands 2, loved it. And then years later, we got the Handsome Jack collection, played through Borderlands 2, and then kind of started playing Handsome Jack, the pre-sequel. But we got bored of it, mostly because we had just caned off Borderlands 2, but also didn't like the level design. It was really weird and confusing. So I don't have much interest in Borderlands 3, but one of my friends really does. So I will look at Borderlands 3, but I'm just willing to bet that it's Borderlands 2, but with different characters. I'm willing to bet that's basically what it is. Are there going to be any, like, huge improvements in the many years since Borderlands 2 or whatever?
There are 6 sirens in the universe. I used to be one of them. My name is Lilith, and I need you.
I mean, the graphics, like, you know, they do what they can, but the problem with cell shading is that you limit yourself because you can't really improve it, because it's the... I mean, you can improve the lighting, which it looks like they've done. But in terms of, like, the general detail, you can't really improve much with cell shading because of just the way the art style is. So it doesn't look particularly appealing, it just looks like a slightly flashier Borderlands 2. Loads of guns, okay, yeah. So obviously, since Borderlands 2, the looter-shooter has become like a big thing. You know, you've got Destiny and The Division and all that stuff. There's Claptrap that people love, I guess. But I think Destiny and The Division have taught me that looter-shooters aren't really my bag anymore. But Borderlands 3 could change that.
Psycho cult. 10 billion followers demand we join or die. We've got another proposal for them.
I mean, again, this is basically just a cartoon, because this is not gameplay we're looking at. It's clearly a cinematic that's been created to sort of give the impression of what the gameplay is going to be like. And even based on this, it just looks like Borderlands 2, just with different heroes. Not sold. If I know for a fact one of my mates is going to get it, if my other friend gets it as well, then I will get it, because then we'll have the boys back together. Those are the two guys I played The Division with, and Destiny 1 and 2 with, and Borderlands 1 and 2 with. So if they both get Borderlands 3, I guess I'll pick it up. But if they don't, nope. Chivalry 2. There was a Chivalry 1. What is this? I don't know what this is. So I'm curious, therefore I'll have a look. Let's see what it's all about. Bum, 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 bum. Torn Banner Studios. Never heard of them. Tripwire. Oh, I think I've seen Funhouse play this on YouTube. I like the dismemberment, that's pretty cool. I'm a fan of dismemberment in games. Yeah, I think I've seen Funhouse play Chivalry 1. If my friends get that, I'll get it, but they won't get it because they probably won't know it exists, because they don't pay like much attention to the gaming world like I do. So that probably won't be something. Oh, it's PC gaming show. Ah, get it, unarmed. So is that only on PC? I don't know. Either way, probably not going to get it, but it does look kind of fun. What's next? Control. I know nothing about this. Let's have a gander and see what it's all about. Control E3 2019 teaser. Look, we're plowing through these trailers because they're nice and short.
We
for the
are
most
about
part.
to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance.
What's happening? Remedy? Didn't they do
The
Max
hissing
Payne?
in the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me.
Oh,
but
Remedy are just
I
publishing
wouldn't
it.
want the hiss to destroy
And 505,
Hiss?
whoever they are, making it.
That's catchy.
Don't worry. It'll be quick and painless.
Okay, worst trailer ever? I know nothing about that now. So yeah, Control. I actually know less about that than before I watched the trailer. And the graphics look kind of crap. They kind of look like a PS3 game. So that trailer did the opposite of sell me on the game, which is the point of a trailer. Therefore, garbage trailer. Crossfire X. Let's see what this is all about. Don't be a zombie game. Smilegate. Oh look, Mad Max. And I would know. I've been playing a lot of Mad Max lately. Okay, so we've got another cartoon. It's a pretty cartoon, but it's still a cartoon. It's just animation. Looks like a Tom Clancy game. So I'm probably out. Got nothing against Tom Clancy games. They're good games. They're just not my cup of tea. Generally. You know, I used to like Splinter Cell back in the day, but I'm not into this Ghost Recon and stuff. I mean, they're showing us all this explosion and stuff, but we don't know who these people are, or what they're doing, or what the stakes are, so it means nothing. Was that a good thing that that building fell apart? I don't know. Are the people, whoever they are, that were inside it, are they dead? I don't know. That's just a building with unknown people dying. That's all I saw. What kind of game even is it? They haven't... I assume it's a first-person shooter. But I have to assume, because they're not giving us enough info. I am generic McEveryman. Is that really it? Wow. 2 garbage trailers back to back. I have no fucking clue what kind of game that is. It could be a real-time strategy for all I know. It really could. It's probably a first-person shooter, but I have to guess. Wow, that's an awful trailer. I don't know who they are. I don't know what kind of game it is. I don't know anything about that game other than Army. They should have just called it Army, because that's all they showed. Good trailers? Question mark. Cyberpunk 2020... blah, blah, blah. Cyberpunk 2077. This is the one. This is the one where I'm like, oh yeah, let's fucking look at this. Now I know Keanu Reeves is in it. That's the big reveal. It's been all over the internet all day today. Everyone's been like, Keanu Reeves is Jesus and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, I'm interested in this game. I'm not like ravenously interested in it like some people are, but I never played a CG Projekt Red game before. Wait, yes I have. I played The Witcher 2 and I spent 4 days trying to enjoy it and it bored the fuck out of me. I could not enjoy that game. But that doesn't mean it's a bad game. And obviously The Witcher 3, I've never played it, but everyone keeps telling me, oh, you really should. It's so much better than the second one. It's really good, it's really good, it's really good. And I watch trailers of it and I'm like, whatever, maybe one day I'll get around to it. But Cyberpunk 2077, I like the aesthetic. I like the sort of dystopia Blade Runner style world. I love that car he's got. I like the music and stuff. I like future stuff more than I like past stuff. So I'm automatically more interested in this than I am in, say, The Witcher. So I will definitely be watching this. It's almost guaranteed that I'm buying this game anyway. So there we go. Just because CD Projekt Red is regarded as such an amazing developer. Hey, look, Akira. Okay, official cinematic trailer. Alright, so this is just going to be a cartoon. I've already seen gameplay of the game, though, so I know what the gameplay is like. So this is just a cartoon. Just some cutscenes. But still, I'm interested in this world, so let's give it a go. I like that guy's jacket as well, you know, with the popped collar with the lights on the inside.
V, my man. You made it. You blowing up all over the news. Are you alone?
He's voiced by the guy that voiced Nazim in... not Nazim, Nazir in Skyrim.
Chip? All right, start her up, Bug. Why don't you go to the bathroom, wash up, we gonna be with you in a minute. What? Oh, come on, man. Your neck, it's a mess.
While hotel security has yet to comment, we do know the suspect seems to have fled the scene.
I wonder if this game's going to live up to the hype. Probably not, because there's so much damn hype on it. So much hype. I'm sure it's going to be good.
We're rich! Oh, we are going to the major leagues, Jackie!
Oh no, he's dying.
Oh, shit!
He's not going to make it. Oh no. Guy I just met and know nothing about.
Now.
Mr. Wells' condition is critical.
Go!
Immediate medical
It's gonna
help
be okay.
is required.
Just hold on. Hey, just think about all the good shit we're gonna have, huh? I'm sorry.
Instantly, well, not instantly dead, but it's crazy how fast people die. Sometimes. From gunshot wounds. I don't know. I mean, look. He's like part machine, so maybe some important part was hit. I don't bloody know, it's not important. Booyah! Take that! Rookie mistake. I'm interested in seeing, like, you know, how you can upgrade your character and whatnot.
Just take the fucking chip decks.
Every corporal cop in this city is gonna be blasting down these doors after what you and your psycho friend did. We didn't need all this cocksucking attention, damn it.
He's like, all of a sudden I'm stronger than you, and now all of a sudden you can't block my attacks like you did earlier. Alright, so yeah, she can scramble their cybernetics. Why would you implant yourself with cybernetics when you know that some people can just hack into it and make him more broken and stuff. This will be the cameo! The cameo, everybody! Oh my god, Keanu Reeves, everybody lose your shit!
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool, I will admit. So, I mean, that trailer it didn't really excite me. Other than, I mean, the Keanu Reeves bit at the end was cool. Even though I knew it was coming, it was still pretty cool. So that's interesting. And the way he said that, he's like, you know, we got a city to burn, kind of makes it sound like he's going to be more than just a cameo. Maybe he's going to be, like, an actual main character. So that's cool. Even though it was just a cartoon, I'm okay with it because I've already seen gameplay. I already know what the game is like. It's when game companies put out a cartoon as the initial trailer, so you know nothing about the game. Like that Crossfire X. I know nothing about that because it was just a cartoon. So Cyberpunk 2077. Still gonna get it. Deathloop. I know nothing about it. Let's do this. Official world premiere trailer. Bethesda. Okay, interesting. I thought, are we not gonna see? Oh no. So Bethesda's already had their conference, so we're not gonna see any Starfield stuff? Disappointed.
This place isn't a paradise.
I recognize that voice.
Prison.
Is that Lee from The Walking Dead? Telltale's Walking Dead? Season 1?
Out here.
Out here,
Yes, it is.
we're free.
In this endless, eternal cycle.
It really is. Oh look, Death Stranding. So it's another cartoon. Don't know what kind of game it is. RPG? Stealth?
Is on this island.
First-person shooter? Third-person shooter?
And
Action?
I can't let this go on any longer.
Real-time strategy? Capped.
The more days I repeat,
The longer that I'm out here,
the more certain I am.
of what I have to do. The only way to protect the cycle
The only way to break this cycle
is to kill you.
So Groundhog Day? Groundhog Day with a twist. Yeah, I mean, that looks all well and good, but what does the game look like when you're playing it? Like, can you do that in the game? Can you run up a wall, slow motion, and then do a flying kick off it? That's the problem with these cartoons that they show. I'm watching it and I'm like, can you do any of this stuff they're showing you? And most of the time the answer is no.
Time is on my side.
In the studio that brought you Dishonored, I played the first Dishonored. It was pretty good. Not good enough to make me play the second one, though. Okay, yeah, so I know next to nothing about that. Don't even know what genre it is. What kind of trailers are these? They're like, hey, look at this game. What kind of game is it, though? It doesn't matter, look at it. Like, what are you trying to sell us? That's because that's all trailers are. They're an attempt to sell you something. Or in this case, get you excited for something. I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting excited for. But I will tell you one thing. They have my curiosity with Deathloop. So Deathloop is now on my map. Destiny 2, DLC, not even interested. Destroy All Humans remake, I didn't even give a fuck about Destroy All Humans the first time it came out. It looked pretty shit. Doom Eternal, now this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Fuck me. This is the game. This is the game, right? Because Doom 2016, 10 out of 10. Perfect. The single player, at least. The multiplayer was solid as well, but it didn't have to be there. It's Doom. It shouldn't have multiplayer. And they tied all the DLC trophies were tied to it, to the multiplayer. So that's why I've got the platinum for Doom 2016, but I don't have 100% of the trophies because I didn't buy the multiplayer DLC because it's Doom. So I'm very excited for this game, and I'm getting there's 3 trailers for it. So yeah, we've got 3 trailers. The first one is a multiplayer trailer. So let's just get this one out of the way, I guess. I fucking love Doom 2016. I'm so glad they got Mick Gordon back doing the music as well. A new multiplayer experience. Slayer versus Revenant Mancubus. One fully loaded Slayer against a team of demons.
Demon health critical.
Pretty sure I've seen stuff like that in other games. Asynchronous multiplayer. I don't know how I feel about seeing Doom Guy's face in the visor.
Critical.
Now I know I mean
Slayer killed.
Round 2.
In the old games, you couldn't see through his visor. I mean, you could see his face at the bottom of the screen, of course. I'm not sure how I feel about seeing his face through the visor, quite frankly. It reminds you that he's human, and you shouldn't be reminded that he's human. You should be reminded he's an unstoppable force of nature. I wonder why this trailer isn't in 60 frames a second.
Final round. Fight!
Why is that Mortal Kombat announcer going on? Is that a hint? Is that it? Oh, mate. Right, it won't be. Doom Guy won't be in Mortal Kombat 11. They wouldn't dare. He's my... Of all the guests I've heard posited, he is the only one I actually want to see in Mortal Kombat 11. Which means he won't be in Mortal Kombat 11. So cool. I've got fucking cat fur flying around. So yeah, that was multiplayer for Doom. Not interested. But Doom Eternal gameplay demo. I've already seen gameplay. They showed gameplay last year. But let's see more gameplay, I guess. I heard some people saying, Doom Guy grunts when he's shot. He shouldn't grunt. And I'm like, why? He didn't in the old games. In the original games, he grunted. That's one thing I like about Doom Eternal. When they made the original Doom 2016, they had some callbacks to the older games, but not too many. But they had some, and people loved those. Like, they patched in the ability, like normally when you're playing Doom 2016, it's holding a gun like this, typical first-person shooter style. But you could change it so that it held it directly in front of you like this, just like the old school Doom. And they added loads of little things like that, nods to the previous, the old school games. And people really seem to dig those. So what I've noticed with the trailers for Doom Eternal is they're really doubling down on the aspects of the old games and bringing them back. For instance, the tiny little health packs in Doom 2016 were like tall canisters like this. And in this game, they look like the blue bottles like they were in the original Doom. And with the plasma rifle, in Doom 2016, it didn't look anything like the plasma rifle. And in this, it looks just like the old school plasma rifle. So it looks like they're really leaning on the old Doom, which is A-OK in my fucking book. Let's have a gander. So here we go, yep. Opening up some sort of shuttle pod thing. At the UAC installation. Is that on Earth? That's Vega. Cool. Is that spare Vega? Or is that the copy of Vega that he made? In the previous game. Is that Earth? Doesn't look like Earth. It really doesn't look like Earth, but you know, whatever. I guess it wouldn't if it was cracked open like hell. He's like, I'm here! I would be the ultimate guest in Mortal Kombat 11 and everyone knows it. All I do is go around doing fatalities on people. He should really be... There's a plasma rifle, look at it. Classic design. Punch through the wall. So it does look... It looks like it plays a lot like Doom 2016, which is good, because that was awesome. Like, you know, you walk into an arena, and it's just an arena where you fight enemies until they're all dead, and then you move on to the next area. I got no complaints with that. I like the way they've changed some of the designs. Hey, what the hell? So they've upgraded the Baron of Hell now. He can fire energy waves at you. So you've got regular zombies. Yeah, that's cool. Imps, glory kills. The glory kills are so cool. I mean, glory. Look at that. It's like this character was made for Mortal Kombat 11. It would be a crime if he's not in it. There's like a sniper thing. I mean, I guess they had a sniper thing in... I like that. Gosh. They had a sniper thing in Doom 2016. I never used it. I always used the other attachment. I like the shoulder-mounted cannon thing. It's very Predator. I like it. Is that a... Yeah, that was a Pain Elemental. But I was just thinking, when he did that... That was a mid-air dash. So, in the top right it says Demonic Corruption. Does that just mean how much demonage is left? That's a new one. Unless it's... Well, that's pretty cool. You can, like, swing off stuff. More mobility is always good. I like it. So, the shotgun looks like it's been put on a diet, but they've got the grenade launcher attachment to it. Watch out for that Baron of Hell. Cool, so it's like a... So the over-the-shoulder cannon thing, I saw it fire grenades in the previous trailer, so now it can fire grenades and it's like a flamethrower too. Yeah, so basically this is just Doom 2016, just new levels, new enemies, new guns, new skills. More of the same, but bigger and better, basically. The way it should be. Got the old spider brains, gotta kill those. Bosh! Oh, nice! Right in the eye. What the hell is that? Some sort of teleporting imp. That's weird. Wow. Either the plasma rifle is weak as fuck, or that enemy is tough as hell. It's the plasma rifle that's weak as fuck, because that shotgun grenade just took it out. Mancubus! I like the way the Mancubi don't have so much armor on them anymore. They've gone back to the old school design. Again, another nod to the previous game. And look, he's blasting... That's fucking cool. Like, he's taking huge chunks of flesh off and like loads of skin and stuff, and you can see what's beneath. That's pretty cool. This environment looks pretty cool as well. Eat shit. That's it. Was that not a waste of a chainsaw though? Aren't they? Isn't the chainsaw pretty? It looks like he's got 4 out of 5 bars for the chainsaw in the bottom right hand corner. I guess it's a good way to get ammo back as well. And also the super shotgun. I love the way they've added like a grappling hook on the bottom of it, so you can like do a reverse get over here. Cyber Demon, bitch. I have to admit, Cyber Demon looks nowhere near as badass as the one in Doom 2016. However, it looks a hell of a lot more like the original Cyber Demon than the one in Doom 2016. It looks like they, yeah, it's like, so this is what I'm saying. They've taken Doom 2016 and then really dialed up the nods and references to the old school games. And like, I really liked the Cyber Demon in Doom 2016. It was so awesome. And that one looks kind of weedy in comparison, but I bet it's not. I bet it's just as dangerous. And then there's one more, Doom Eternal official story trailer, because I need to get me some Doom Eternal story. This is the game for me. This is the game I want this year. I don't think there's a game coming out this year that I want more than this. If there is, I forgot it right now.
What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine.
But it's Doom Guy, though.
If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath.
Crazy. Okay.
It is written.
So...
It is their time to give penance.
Nice.
You are but one man.
He's more than but one man. He's the motherfucking Doom Guy. So are they trying to tell me that, like, so that it's always been known that there's a hell in Doom universe?
They are no longer your people to save.
Are you telling me that there's also a heaven? Man, I hope they go into his backstory, and I really hope the origin of him is the same as what King Grim said when he did a video with regards to theories on like Doom Guy's origin. It was so cool. That's pretty sweet. Interactable traps and stuff. Giant laser axe. Chainsaws, like whatever. Didn't really give much away of the story, which is fine. I don't want them to give too much away, because I'm buying the game anyway, so they don't need to spoil shit. Ooh, what's this? Titan! You might remember, what was it? In Doom 2016, there was a level called Titan's Realm, and there's like a big giant skull on the floor. In fact, you don't even need to play that level. Just look at the artwork for Doom 2016, where you see Doom Guy in hell, surrounded by imps, and he's like got one by the throat and shit. And you can see this giant skull behind him. That's a skull of a Titan. Apparently, Doom Guy took it down. It looks like Titan is back, or there's more than one Titan. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Doom Eternal. Mwah! Take my money. Dying Light. Now, I played the first Dying Light. I never finished it for some reason, but I did play it a fair bit. And I liked what I played, so I am interested in this. Although I suspect it's going to be running and climbing and zombies. Are they going to do anything? Are they going to make it different enough to get me excited for it?
Never to forget who I am, where I come from. But in this place, nobody even wants to know my name. Getting attached is deadly.
Booyah!
Because when darkness comes, I might be gone.
Oh yeah, it was scary at night time because there was those super zombies that would come after you. Get off me, zombie!
The virus tore society apart, but I won't let it turn me into an enemy.
Is that Troy Baker? He gets a lot of work these days, and has done for a few years.
Staying alive became the essence of our existence. Yet life must be more than just survival.
Who's the real monster, the zombies or us?
Crush us and make us forget who we are, but I keep fighting. My name is Aiden, and I am infected.
My name is Aiden, like the guy from Watch Dogs. That was a well-received game. Alright, so it didn't really show much. Okay. So, Dying Light 1 with a different character is what I'm getting. Didn't really see much going on. But, you know, I'm interested. Dying Light 1 was good. I'm interested in that. So let's see. Elden Ring. I think this is the game that's like that's George R.R. Martin meeting up with From Software. And I never played a From Software game until Bloodborne became free on the PlayStation. Because I'd seen Dark Souls. And I heard about it, and I saw Game Attack play through Dark Souls 1 and 2, and I was like, okay, yeah, you know, it looks... I can see the appeal of it. Like, I get what it is. It's super hard, it's really rewarding and challenging and all that business, I get that. But I was like, I don't know if it's the kind of game I like. Because I don't like annoyance. I don't like things that stop me achieving what I want to do. I don't like having to redo sections of games over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But I was willing to give it a go. And then when Bloodborne came out on free on PlayStation, I was like, right, download it, play it, see what it's all about. And I started playing it. And at first, I was like, okay, yeah, I kind of get this. You know, you got to be very careful, picking your moments to attack and stuff. It's kind of cool. Even though, like, it seemed like the character was... The movement didn't seem sluggish, but the attacks did. It seemed like when you press a button, you were really committing to an attack. It's like, okay, there's going to be a lot of startup, active, and recovery frames on this move, so you better make sure you're pressing the right button, which I guess is part of the skill. But I played it. I didn't get very far. I got up to Father Gascoigne, which is probably the first boss, I guess. And I don't know if I think I may have beaten him, and then I was just like, that's it, I'm done, I'm bored. Because I remember I had to fight a lot, and I was dying a lot, but I was making it a little bit further each time. And then I got to him, and he just turned up, and he went, "You're fucking dead, son." Killed me, and I was like, oh, great, now I've got to fight all the way back there. And I fought all the way back there, and then I got to him, and he goes, "Hey, guess what? Dead." And I was like, okay, fight all the way back there. And then he goes, "Hey, do you remember that attack I did last time? I'll do a different one this time." Dead. And I was like, this is fucking tedious, mate. This is not my cup of tea at all. So I'm not because this is just going to be Dark Souls with a different skin, isn't it? Probably, because that's what Bloodborne was, as far as I can tell. Bloodborne was basically Dark Souls, just set in a different world. So I'm expecting much the same from this. Also, Sekiro as well. Sekiro was hot shit for about a month. No one talks about it now. But again, I saw it and I was like, it's from Software game. It's basically Dark Souls. I'm not interested in that. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not saying they're bad games. They are good games. It's just not my cup of tea. A New World by Hidetaka Miyazaki. Who? And George R.R. Martin. I guess that'll sell it for some people. Oh, it's that bit from Labyrinth. Remember where she's falling down the cavern with loads of hands?
You could even imagine it. That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance.
Cool cartoon. But what about the game?
The Elden Ring.
They love hiding the faces of characters as well. I don't really like that. I can understand when minions have their faces hidden in games, like the guards in Skyrim. They hide the faces because there's so many guards. They can't make a face for every guard. But they can't be bothered to make faces for the main characters. It's like, come on. Why does it... It sounds like this was just recorded off a phone. So again, I know nothing about that game. I don't know what genre... I can assume it's like Dark Souls, because when have From Software made a game that isn't like Dark Souls? But again, I have to assume, because that cartoon told me nothing about the game other than it's called Elden Ring, and it looks like medieval fantasy-ish. I know nothing about that game, so not sold. Yeah, this is weird. It says Elder Scrolls Blades, but it's a Fallout trailer. So, Fallout, yep, Fallout 3, I loved it. Fallout New Vegas, loved it. Fallout 4, I loved it. Fallout 76, I knew it was going to be garbage when before I got it, because I didn't know how garbage it was going to be, of course. And then it dropped, and it was just famously not good. So I'm not really interested in playing it anymore, because I only played it a little bit, because it's bad. I said to myself, okay, I've got other games to play. I'm putting this down. Oh, that was it, yeah, because I bought Fallout 76, Black Ops 4, and Red Dead Redemption 2 all within like the same couple of weeks. And I was like, right, I got Red Dead and Black Ops 4 to play. This garbage can be put down, and I'll pick it up in a few months, see if they fixed it. And I went onto the Fallout 76 subreddit a few months later, and I was like, yo, have they fixed it? And they went, oh, they just released an update that made everything worse. And I was like, oh, okay. And I can't believe, I used to get downvoted to oblivion for daring to say that Bethesda might not be the most technically competent developers out there. I got downvoted to hell for that. Skyrim's my favourite game ever. I like Bethesda. But I'm not blind. They don't seem to be that technically proficient, really. Their games are famous for being buggy. Famous for it. And then this game comes out and everyone's like, oh, don't work. And I was like, I mean, look, I'm not saying I was expecting it to be really bad, but oh dear, it was not good. So I'm probably not going to get this DLC, but I will at least check it out. And I liked a bit of Battle Royale. I liked a bit of Fortnite for a few months. I liked a bit of Apex for a few months. I don't know if I'll play this. I haven't even played the Battle Royale mode in Red Dead Online, but that's because Red Dead Online... I played Red Dead Online for like 3 weeks, and I was like, oh, this is just hot garbage. It's like a really shit version of GTA Online. Because GTA Online is actually fun. Because you can drive cool cars and fly planes and shit. In Red Dead, it's just, well, I can ride a horse and get shot by someone a mile away. Oh, and I can hunt. That's about it. So I dropped that. So anyway, let's crack on with this.
Peggy 18.
Let's talk about this instead of that. Man, I would love it if Fallout 76 ran that smooth and looked that good. It does not, though. Not on console, at least.
Your first test was making it to the vault. Now, your real trial begins. Currently, there is no overseer of
That's
Vault
Vega.
51.
That sounds like Vega from Doom. Doing a slightly different voice, but I think that's him.
Leadership. So I have devised a unique process of elimination. A battle to the death is the only sure way to judge the superior candidate. This should prove...
See, now this could be awesome. It probably won't be, because it's Fallout 76, and everything Bethesda have done since this game came out has been a fucking dumpster fire. So I doubt it'll be good, but it could be good. I mean, the gunplay in Fallout 76 is not great. It is a worse version of the gunplay in Fallout 4. And the gunplay in Fallout 4 was good, a huge improvement over the gunplay in the previous Fallout games. But still no comparison to the crispness of like an actual first-person shooter. So having a game like a Battle Royale with a somewhat clunky gunplay doesn't sound like it's going to be that awesome. Like at least Apex and Fortnite have like solid shooting and aiming. Ooh, can you do that? Can you run at each other and jump in a cinematic mode? 52. What a random number. Why 52? Why not 50? Why not 50 or 100? Why 52? I'm interested in that. I'm expecting it to be garbage, but I'm interested in it. So there's that. And then there's Elder Scrolls Online. don't give a fuck. I've spoken enough about that when I first got it. Now, that was the game I bought knowing it was going to be not what I wanted. And it still impressed me with how much it wasn't what I wanted. So, what's next? Oh, yeah. FIFA 20. I don't care. Final Fantasy VII Remake. The game that may one day come out. But it is the official release date trailer. It's only, like, another year away. And that's just part one. Because didn't they say it was going to be episodic? Man, episodic games are always the best. It's so cool when you wait for ages for it to come out, and then you buy it, and then like you're done with it that same day because it's episodic, it's not very long, and then you've got to wait like 3 months for the next part. That's always fun. And then by the time the next part comes out, you've forgotten what you did in the last part. But good news is, I finally made it all the way through Final Fantasy VII for the first time last year. Because I'd started it many times over the years on PS1, PS3, many times, never really got off disc 1, and I was like, why is this game so beloved? I was always a fan myself of 8 and 10. I liked 7, but it could never hold me until I got off. It could never hold me long enough for me to get off disc 1. But then last year I was playing it on my phone of all things. I was playing it on my phone, and I went through the whole game. And for the first time ever, I experienced the whole story. And I was like, oh, I get it now. This game's really good. I still prefer 8 and 10. Currently, Final Fantasy VII is like my 6th favorite Final Fantasy game, but I believe it would probably be higher if I'd played it all the way through back when it first came out. So there's my Final Fantasy VII thing. So I was kind of interested in the Final Fantasy VII remake at first. When they first announced it, I was like, oh, cool. But now I've played through it all, and I know the story and everything. Now I'm like, yeah, give me that game. So let's have a look at this official release date gameplay trailer. So we've got Cloud. It looks like it's got Final Fantasy 15 fighting. Oh, look at those enemies, mate. I'm recognizing those enemies. Got an English version? It looks it's so cool seeing recognizable stuff like enemies and like that boss. That's like the first boss. Seeing all this recognizable stuff in this awesome glory is awesome. The combat does look like Final Fantasy 15 though, and it was okay in Final Fantasy 15, but why are they not keeping... Why is Square so against turn-based combat, which is what made the series great? Because I get right, if you ask almost anyone what their favorite Final Fantasy game is, it'll probably be one with turn-based combat. Unless you're one of those insane people that prefers 12. What's that? Some sort of ghosts. Well, it looks good. It really does look good. I mean, Final Fantasy always looks good, doesn't it? 2020-0303. Nice. So, yeah, take my money. I'm buying that. Hopefully. I hope they've changed their mind on that episodic business. Right, Gears of War. So, Gears of War 1, I played it on the Xbox 360, loved it. Gears of War 2, played the shit out of it, loved it. Gears of War 3, I remember playing the multiplayer of Gears of War 3. That was the first Gears where I actually played the multiplayer. In Gears 2, I played Horde mode, but in Gears 1 and 2, I never did multiplayer. In Gears 3, I did the multiplayer, and I was like, at the time, I was like, this is my favorite multiplayer game. Because it's awesome. So yeah, Gears of War 3 was awesome, and then years later, Gears of War Judgment came out, and it was a bit of a wet fart, because it wasn't even made by the same people, and it was just a spin-off, and it was a prequel, and you didn't even fight the Locust, and it was just, and they changed the control scheme, because Call of Duty was the hot shit at the time, so they thought, let's have triangle be changed weapon, because that's Call of Duty. So Gears of War Judgment, while not bad, bit of a disappointment. And then Gears of War 4, I never got it because I never had an Xbox One. I got a PS4. But my brother's got an Xbox One, and he bought Gears of War 4, and we used to play a bit of Gears of War 3, Horde mode and stuff. So I played Gears of War 4 with him a little bit, because I was like, okay, it's been years since Gears of War 3. Years. Let's see how much they've improved. And I started playing it, and I was like, oh, it's just a prettier Gears of War 3. Like, it feels exactly like it. It doesn't feel like they spent 8 years in between games. It feels like, here's Gears of War 3, 2 years later, here's Gears of War 3.5. That's what it felt like. So, I'm not going to get Gears of War 5, because I don't have an Xbox One, but if I did, I probably would get it. I'm just interested, like, I don't even know what the story was in Gears of War 4, but I'm a big fan of Delta Squad, you know, Marcus and Cole and all that business, and I know Old Man Marcus was in Gears 4, and you play as his son for some reason, I don't fucking know. But it's Gears of War, so I'm curious, so I will watch the trailer.
They attacked, and we lost everything. Everything except the need for revenge.
I'm like, is that Lee from The Walking Dead again?
But it's not.
I think it is. I think that voice actor. I think that voice actor from who played Lee in Telltale's The Walking Dead is in 2 games this year. So someone that looks like they got eaten by a monster. See, I don't even know what's going on with the story, because at the end of Gears of War 3, they won the war against the Locust. But then in Gears of War 4, they were like, fuck it, new enemy. So I don't know what's going on. Also, where's my beloved Delta Squad? They're all old or dead, I know. But I don't know who these people are. Oh, mate. I'm like... Oh, yeah, I remember, yeah. There was a bit in Horde mode in Gears of War 4 where you... A lot of the enemies were robots, and I was like, what the fuck? Robots? Gears of War is meant to be all about, like, chainsawing enemies and blood and guts and shit. Shooting robots is boring. So I don't know what these enemies are. And again, it's a pretty cartoon. It doesn't really tell you anything about the game. Obviously, I happen to know what Gears of War is like. But I'm wondering if it's... Is that... I forgot the names of all the guns. There's a Lancer. Is that a Hammerburst? I don't know. I think it's a new gun. It's clearly a Locust. Oh, there's a Lancer with chainsaw. Oh, I love it. But yeah. I already know what Gears of War is like, so if this is like Gears of War 4, it's probably going to be like Gears of War 3. Cover-based shooter, which was all the rage in the early noughties. So, I mean, I know what Gears of War plays like, but if you didn't and you saw this trailer, you'd be like, what kind of game is it? Is it a real-time strategy? So there's some sort of green smoke that makes baddies explode. I noticed there was an extreme lack of taking cover in that trailer.
4 days early with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
4 days early. Sold. No, it's like Gears of War was always about, you know, it was a cover-based shooter. So everywhere you looked, there was waist-high walls, and you just take cover, and then you shoot, and then you, like it was great at the time. It's a bit old and tired now, so maybe that's why the trailer didn't show any cover. It didn't show much cover. Maybe they're trying to steer away from that, which would probably be welcomed by me, even though I'm not going to play it. If my complaints about Gears of War 4 were that it's too similar to Gears of War 3. But it's all irrelevant, because I ain't buying it, am I? So there's that. 10 minutes of multiplayer gameplay for Gears of War 5. I mean, there's gameplay, so at least it's not a cartoon, but I ain't interested. Ghost Recon, don't care, really. I'm sure it's a good game, don't care. Ghostwire Tokyo, I don't know what that is, so I am curious.
Peggy 16.
Okay, these seem like shots I've seen in a million films before. Oh no, man. Oh, the lights are going out. It's a pretty good looking cartoon, though. It really is. I mean, look at the graphics. This won't be in-game graphics, but it's a pretty cartoon. Where's everyone going, though? They're being vanished. Oh, poor dog. Don't know why I called it a dog, but I'm rolling with it. Hey, that person didn't get vanished. Neither did they. Spooky. Here we go. Ronin? I got a bow and arrow, the most badass of futuristic weapons. Hey, look, it's Raiden. Again, I know nothing of this game so far, other than it's set in Japan, and it's got a pretty cartoon for a trailer. What kind of game is it? Is it a murder mystery? Some guy with magical powers or technology? Who knows?
Don't fear the unknown. Attack it.
Or have the unknown tell you what it is. I don't know what Ghostwire Tokyo... How many trailers this year are just going to be like, look at this. We're not going to tell you what it is. Just look at it. It's a cartoon. Get hyped? Question mark? Ugh, I wonder what it's like to be like easily impressed. Okay, Guilt. Now, I'm probably not going to get Google Stadia, am I? I'm probably not going to. I'll just stick with PlayStation or whatever. But it's the first, I believe, the first exclusive announced for Stadia. So let's have a look. It doesn't look like it's a graphically intensive game, which is... I don't know, it's not... I don't know, you'd think they'd want to show off the power of their machines. They're like, look, didn't they say, our machines have 10 teraflops compared to the Xbox's measly 6 teraflops? And it's like, okay, show me those 4 teraflops. Show me your games being 4 teraflops better than the Microsoft consoles games. And then I will take that as something that's worth getting excited about. Because I remember when Microsoft were like, the 6 teraflops of whatever it was, memory, it's the most powerful console on the market. And then all the games are like, they look just like PS4 games. Like, it meant nothing. So here we go, let's have a look at this. I've seen too much garbage that didn't deliver on its promises to just be taken in by all this marketing anymore. Like, I don't look at the cartoons that they show and go, oh, that game's really exciting me, because you'll learn nothing from the cartoons. If they show gameplay, then you know what you're getting, or at least you're having a better example of what you're getting, because you still can't trust the gameplay, really, can you? Because Watch Dogs taught us that they can show you something, and then 3 years later, when it comes out, it can look worse. It's gone quiet. Where's the loud sound? I'll give them credit, though. They didn't just come out with a loud sound. I thought they were going to. Ooh, spooky. So it's a not realistic-looking, slow-paced game, which I ordinarily don't have a problem with. But I want to see something that's graphically intensive, that requires fast reflexes, fast time. You know what I mean? Fast response times. Running on Google Stadia, because that's going to be the main thing, because you're not playing the games on a console, they're playing the games on their servers and just streaming it to you, and you're in control. Which raises the question, okay, I have zero interest in that. It raises the question, can you play a game on Stadia and live stream it? Can you do that? If so, how would you do that? And if you can do it, do you need the world... some sort of insane internet or insane-ternet? Do you need that? Because imagine that. You're going to need decent internet anyway just to play the goddamn games, because they need to be streamed. And if they're games that require fast timings, like fighting games, for instance, where like frames matter, latency is going to kill games like that. It's going to kill it. So that's why I'm not impressed seeing a graphically simple, slow-paced game. I want to see something that uses a lot of power to run it and requires low latency. And then I'll be like, but yeah, like I said, I'm not interested in Stadia. Like, I'm keeping a close eye on Stadia because it's interesting, you know, because it's the future. It's people have known for a while now that the future of console gaming is just Netflix for games. And that's what Stadia is Netflix for games. And it's not even the first one. Origin tried doing it years ago, and people saw that, and they said, this is the future. But the world isn't ready for it yet. We don't have the infrastructure. We need better internet if we're going to be streaming games. And obviously Sony have got PlayStation Now. Xbox, I'm sure, have a streaming service. So you can stream their games, I'm sure. But yeah, this is the first one that is straight up just, this is our service. There's no console. It's just a service you subscribe to. And eventually it'll just be a case of it's on your TV. You just press a button and it's just playing on your TV. So it's interesting to see. This is like the first proper one. Plus it's Google. So they've got like unlimited pockets. Unlimited pockets, I mean unlimited money. Halo Infinite, I played the absolute fuck out of Halo 1, 2, and 3. Completed them all on Legendary, on co-op with my friends. Awesome. And then a few years later, I got Halo Reach. I played it for it was a Gears of War 4 situation. I started playing Halo Reach, and I wasn't Master Chief, and I didn't care about any of these characters. And after a couple of hours, I was like, no, I'm done. It's just Halo 3, except with people I don't care about. So that was the last time I cared about the Halo series, but I've always sort of kept an eye on it from a distance, because I liked the original 3. So I never played Halo 4. I don't know what the deal is with the story anymore. But this is Halo Infinite, and I know nothing about Halo Infinite other than they announced it a year or two ago, and some people were like, oh, is that going to be an MMO or something, or a Battle Royale? So let's see. It's an official cinematic trailer, so it's just going to be a cartoon again. So it's not really going to show us what the game is actually like. It's just world building, I guess? Game engine footage. Yeah, but it's not gameplay, though, is it? I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to see what kind of game. Like, is it gonna be a first-person shooter? Is it gonna be a real-time strategy? Is it a battle royale? Who knows? Because you'd think if it was a normal Halo game, they'd just call it Halo 6. But then again, Halo Reach was basically a normal Halo game, and that wasn't a numbered game. Maybe this is just a spin-off. Okay, I'm just gonna skip forward because it's like 6 minutes, and I don't even know if this is gonna be what I'm interested in. So it's just some guy on a space station? I know. If I watched the whole thing, I'd probably have more context.
Shut down. Triggering survival mode.
So he's found Master Chief's suit of armor.
Okay. If you can hear me in there.
Oh, Master Chief's in it. Oh, okay.
Please don't die.
Like I said, I don't know what happened in Halo 4 or 5. So, is this way off in the future? She's like, I brought back Discount Doom Guy. Now look, I love Master Chief. Don't get me wrong, but he is Discount Doom Guy.
Oh, welcome back, Chief. I rerouted what little power I had into your suit. Looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Stay calm. You've been out there a while.
He sounds like Octane from Apex Legends, that voice actor. AI not detected. Oh no, Cortana's missing. He's like, I need to find Cortana. He looks like he's made out of plastic.
Whoa, easy there, big guy. You're not...
Status report.
Status report? What? There's something you need to see, Chief.
His armor looks like it's made out of plastic. It looks like a cosplay. It's really weird. The graphics are not impressive. For a franchise this big, and in the year 2019, and on the world's most powerful console, the graphics aren't impressive.
Lost everything. There's nothing left for us here.
Which Halo ring is... sorry, which Halo array is that? Wasn't there like 7 of them? Okay, let me scroll forward a little bit. Okay. Scroll forward a bit more.
I chose you because you were special.
Okay, yeah. So I know...
I knew we would be perfect together.
Know more about that game than I did before I watched that trailer. I don't know what kind of game it is. Is it a standard Halo game? Is it something completely different? Question marks is what a lot of these trailers are raising. Lego Star Wars, don't care. Madden 20, don't care. Microsoft Flight Simulator, don't care. Minecraft Dungeons, strangely I do care, because I liked Minecraft back in the day, and recently, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but my friend has been kind of getting back into it, and Microsoft and Minecraft has also... It seems to be having somewhat of a resurgence now. Now that it's been out for 10 years, it seems like it's sort of back on the forefront. And now there's some... I don't know what Minecraft Dungeons is. So hopefully this won't be like most of the other trailers, where they don't actually tell you what it is. Hopefully this will go, this is exactly what Minecraft Dungeons is. So, you know, I probably won't get it, but who knows? I don't know what it is, so we'll see. A brand new game. Oh, it's... Oh, so I thought it was like an add-on for Minecraft, but no, it's Minecraft 2, kinda. Or it's a new game that just looks like Minecraft. So is it... Right, so it's an adventure game? Oh, that's the camera angle. Oh, it's one of those games, like a dungeon, isometric dungeon crawler. Not interested. Scroll forward. Yep, okay, no, I've played games like that. Not my cup of tea. Pass on that. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I never played Ori and the Blind Forest, but I heard it was awesome. Got no interest in that. The Outer Worlds. Now, I've seen trailers for the Outer Worlds, and it doesn't look that interesting to me, but everyone just keeps sucking the dick of it because it's made by Obsidian, the real Fallout creators. So, like, let's see if it's interesting. I'm like, I am interested in it. I don't know much about it. It just kind of seems like Borderlands meets Fallout.
The corporate model is the oldest and most efficient structure history has ever shown us.
Scheduled scarcity is a premium feature of colonial life. The colony must never lose faith. That is what the board provides. Security in a senseless and chaotic world.
This is Halcyon, the furthest colony in the galaxy. Proudly owned and operated by corporations. Everything we have, everything we are, we owe to them.
Yeah, so it looks like Borderlands Fallout.
With us. No one has ever gone against them.
Graphics don't look very good for a 2019 game. Maybe a 2013 game. It would. It'd look good.
Someone who's challenging the corporate board. Someone who's digging up their secrets. Someone who could be a villain. Or a hero.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Here, hope this gun serves you better than it did me.
I mean, look, I've got no qualms with a Borderlands Fallout hybrid. I'm not saying that's what this is. That's just the vibe I'm getting. I'm getting the vibe of a Borderlands meets Fallout game. You know, I can dig it.
I suppose time will tell, but no matter who this stranger chooses to be, the Halcyon colony will never be the same.
Obsidian Entertainment. Private division, whoever that is. Shrink Ray. Yeah, why not? It looks okay. Is it me, or did that scientist guy look a lot older in the other trailers, the previous trailers? Yeah, you know what? The Outer Worlds? It looks okay. I'm probably going to get it. Oh, yeah, look. Project Scarlet. Ooh. So, announcing Project Scarlet console announcement. Microsoft said, like, their new console? Let's have a look at what they've got to say. The weird thing is that this is their new console announcement, but I haven't seen a single thing about this all day. All I've seen is Keanu Reeves stuff. I didn't see anyone mention a new Xbox console, so what's this video going to be?
You decide. So let's talk about our next console. For us, the console is vital and central to our experience.
If the console is vital and central to their experience, why are they making it so that you can do everything on an Xbox One? Everything you can do on an Xbox One, you can do on a PC. It's like they're trying to kill the Xbox One, because you can, as far as I know, you can play every Xbox game on a PC. So it's like, why would you buy an Xbox at this stage? Just buy a PC.
We heard you. A console should be designed and built and optimized for one thing and one.
Playing games, which is like the opposite of when they launched the Xbox One. They were like, oh, you know, it needs to play TV and sports and all this business. And then like a couple of years later, they came back to E3 and they went, nothing but games, because they learned from their mistake.
Only gaming.
Yes. I mean, you can add all the features you want onto a games console, but the main thing it needs to do is play games.
The world's most powerful console.
The world's most powerful console, which basically makes everything look as good as it does on a PS4, as far as I can tell. Maybe slightly better effects that you won't notice.
Xbox One X. And innovated its groundbreaking processor and the Elite controller. The same team that engineered the world-class compatibility of today's Xbox One consoles. the same team that set the bar for live gaming services with Xbox Live, this same team.
Yeah, we get it. The
set
team
out
that made the
on a new
Xbox
mission
One. We get it.
to create the future of gaming for you.
When we think about the future of gaming, it's not just PC.
This is going to be a
it's
load
not
of
just
marketing
console,
babble.
it's
Let's
not
see what they
just
say.
mobile. It's really all of the above.
Xbox is all about choice. We're investing in technology all throughout the game stack.
The games you want with the people you want on the devices that you want.
And for us, that starts with our next generation console.
We don't want to build just another console. We truly want it to be transformative.
More immersion, more exploration, more detail.
How do we make it easier for people to get into the game, to stay in the game?
One of the things that gamers and developers are incredibly excited about is reducing load times.
I'm an RPG gamer, and so like loading screens are a thing.
You're sitting there in the
Yeah, they really are.
because you know that the game's loading in the background. This is just an elevator ride forever.
That's our goal with gaming, is that you don't have those pauses.
This generation is going to be a bigger leap than any generation we've done before.
Yeah, we'll see how you deal with loading
Is
screens.
our custom design processor, leveraging the latest Zen 2 and Navi technology from our partners at AMD. From a pure processing perspective, this is 4 times more powerful than the Xbox One X. We're leveraging high bandwidth GDDR6 to ensure that
So the
we're getting
processor is 4 times more powerful than the Xbox One X.
It's going to usher in
Are they hoping people believe?
frame rates that we've never seen before.
Are they hoping people
never seen
think that that means it's going to be it's a 4 times more powerful console?
Frames per second.
8K capability,
variable refresh rate.
Next gen.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck about
It's
8K.
real-time because it's
Not that many people have a 4K TV. No one gives a fuck about an 8K
I'm personally
console.
most excited about is the SSD.
It's the frame rate. I know a lot of people have been saying this. So many people are saying, I will take a game that runs at 1080p and guaranteed 60 at least, than a game that can do 4K or 8K.
The combination of the SoC and the solid-state drive are really what gives you a totally new experience.
Now we can take all of that.
Did you say the combination of the SSD and the solid state drive? Doesn't SSD mean solid state drive?
Power and apply it back into the scene, so we can actually generate more life in that world and bring it to the gamer in a seamless way, so that then you're fully.
Right, yeah, so now I know why I didn't see anyone mention the new console. Because they're not showing the new console, it's just marketing babble, as they do every time they bring out a new console. They're like, oh, look at all the things we're going to be able to do. And then like a tiny fraction of them will actually be in the final product. Not that I'm jaded or cynical. I mean, I call it realistic. Okay, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Not interested. But, you know, it looks pretty good for a Star Wars Jedi game. It kind of looks like the game Star Wars Episode 1 wanted to be, with lightsabers and shit like that. So that's cool. Not my cup of tea. The Sims 4. I played The Sims 1, and I played that weird Sims on the Xbox, the original Xbox, which had the Black Eyed Peas in it for some reason. That's my limit with The Sims. I've had enough. And Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I think, wasn't Vampire the Masquerade a really bad game that Funhouse played? I can't remember. And then we get Wolfenstein Youngblood. Now, I've had Wolfenstein, whichever one it is on the PS4. The first one, because they... Not the first Wolfenstein, but the first one that they brought back on the modern generations. And I forget what they're called, because there's... Is it New Order? And then there was... Yeah, this is Youngblood. I think it was Wolfenstein New Order, and then Wolfenstein New Blood? Old Blood? I don't know. But anyway, there was Wolfenstein, then there was a second one, I think, and now there's this one. And I've had that Wolfenstein sat on my shelf for a couple of years now. I put it in once, and I played it for about 20 minutes, and then stopped, because it just wasn't grabbing me, but I will go back to it at some point. So I'm kind of interested in this, plus it's made by the same... I think it's made by the same people that did Doom 2016. I know Wolfenstein and Doom are both done by id. I know they're owned by id, but I don't know if it's the same dev teams that made these two games. But I'm kind of interested in this, especially since I think it's canon that the Wolfenstein and Doom are like in the same universe. Like DJ Blazkowicz or whatever his name is, he's like an ancestor of Doom guy or something like that. I don't know.
I may have an assignment suitable for 2 Nazi killers such as yourselves.
Nazi killers. More relevant now than ever before. I mean, it looks awesome. But so did the other Wolfenstein game I played. And it just kind of like... I was running around and the gunplay kind of felt kind of unsatisfying compared to Doom 2016.
Let's do or die, sis.
Rise together. Got that synthwave aesthetic going on. Fight together. So it's Wolfenstein but co-op. I don't have a problem with it. Yep, I mean, it's Wolfenstein. It's running around shooting stuff. At least it's not just a cartoon, though. They're showing gameplay. They're like, this is what the game is. It's a first-person shooter, and this is what it looks like when you're playing it. Just like the Doom trailer. Those Doom trailers were awesome, because they were like, they showed you what the game looks like when you're playing it. That's what a trailer should do. Not this, here's a cartoon, and guess what the game is. So yeah, Wolfenstein Youngblood. I'll probably get it.
Why don't you just enjoy life for a second, Jess?
But not straight away, because I've got 2 Wolfenstein games to play before then. So, that's it. That's me. I haven't watched all those trailers. What do you guys think? Do you guys think any of these games look particularly interesting to you? Some of them look good to me. Some of them not so much. In fact, most of them not so much. I didn't really learn that there's anything new that I want, basically. It's just Doom and Outer Worlds looks good as well, and other such things. But I will stop the video there because that's been going long enough. And let me know what you guys think. I've already said that. So, yeah, I'm just going to say peace. And, wait, what's that thing I say? Oh, yeah, chicken grease.